My poke scents are tingling with the Spider-Man Under Armour socks I was wearing today after finally seeing Spider-Man Far From Home. What's going on, everybody? This is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap-up. Finally made my way to go see that movie, and I had enjoyed it so much, loved it so much. Before I even get into it, I just want to just put that out because I can't stop thinking about it. And this movie, in case if you don't know, little spoiler, it takes place after the events of Endgame. So if you haven't seen Endgame, you're also gonna get spoiled, in the beginning of the movie. Just wanted to put that out there. If you haven't seen Endgame, you might want to see Endgame before you go see Spider-Man Far From Home. But in this movie, we got Peter Parker and his friends that he go to school with. They are taking a trip overseas to Europe, and Nick Fury has contact Peter Parker, and it looks like Peter Parker can't enjoy his trip. I mean, even when you're a hero, you still got duties on vacation. I mean, what type of fun is that? But so now, and then also when I had saw this trailer, I mean, we also meet a very popular villain of the Spider-Man universe, Mysterio, who was played by Jake Gyllenhaal. Now, when I had first had got word that he was being casted, and when I saw how the way he had looked, when I saw the costume and everything, it was one of those moments where, okay, he was like, oh my goodness, I mean, why him? I mean, I wouldn't expect an actor like him to play a super villain. It was one of those moments where, okay, you found out that Ben Affleck got casted as Batman, and also when Robert Pattinson also got casted as Batman too once Ben Affleck left. But I did get proven wrong with that with him. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal absolutely killed it as Mysterio in this movie. He was a major big part on why this movie was so good. I'm not going to even lie. I mean, and then also in the trailer you also see Hydro Man. I'm assuming that's that is mostly Hydro Man, even though I think, like, I'm not trying to spoil nothing or anything, but it didn't really seem like they had gave him that title so much in that movie. And then you also meet another like villain who's like made out of fire and stuff. They are part of like these elements or elemental, I think they called it in the movie. It was elements or elementals, one of those. I think it was elements, but they are in this. But they are featured in this. I mean, I'm just going to assume it was Hydra Man because I'm a fan of Marvel, and I know my Marvel villains. So yes, even Hydra Man. I liked Hydra Man in this movie. That the special effects with him was good, and even with the special effects of Mysterio's powers, those were good too. And just how the way that they had the suit looking for Mysterio in this movie, I liked the suit. The suit was just amazing, and also, man, I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal, I couldn't even think of no other actor that could have played Mysterio after watching this movie, that could have played Mysterio other than Jake Gyllenhaal, because he just kicked ass with that part so good. And then when I'm looking at this trailer, I'm thinking, like, what the dude? So it looks like they're making Mysterio a good guy in this movie, because Nick Fury, he's talking to Spider-Man, and then you know then also, he brings up Mysterio in this, and then these two, it looks like, they were teaming up and everything, that they're becoming partners in this. But I still wasn't disappointed with what they had did with Mysterio. And the special effects in this movie was just good, of course. I mean, what Marvel special effects nowadays are not good and don't look all animated. With the way how they did with the storyline of it, and how everything was told in this movie was good. And then we also noticed that Peter decides to finally switch over to his love interest of Mary Jane, versus in Homecoming, where his love interest was Liz Allen. But Liz Allen apparently is like nowhere to be found in this sequel. And but you know what? It was, I do think that, like, with how the way they had switched over to it of making his love interest be MJ, that was still good. And I don't really want to say too much, because I feel like if I say too much, it'll be spoiled. But this movie, though, it is definitely enjoyable, and I had enjoyed it. It is not a waste of money. Should you go see it? Hell yes, definitely go see it. you are going to be so entertained with this. I mean, because after, and if you've seen Endgame, if you saw Endgame and haven't seen this movie yet, then yes, you're going to want more from the Marvel universe after seeing this movie. And the one thing that I will spoil is this, like most Marvel movies, there's a post and after credit scenes. Definitely stay tuned. Stay for the post and after credit scenes because that's definitely going to want you. That's definitely going to want more. You definitely going to want more. You're going to want to know, okay, what's about to happen next? When is this next movie going to come out? But for Spider-Man's grade, I give Spider-Man Far From Home an A. And out of 5 stars, I give Spider-Man Far From Home 4.5 out of 5 stars. And you know what? Actually, instead of giving Spider-Man an A, I give Spider-Man and I give Spider-Man. Well, actually, you know what? I will keep it at an A. I'll keep it at an A, and I give it, yes, 4.5 out of 5 stars. So go see it ASAP if you haven't. And until then, this is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap up, signing off.